Morning YouTubers, welcome to one of my videos. Today I'm going to talk about items, gadgets, or whatever you like to call them, you can purchase that are made in China that are readily available and good quality for the price. And you may or may not know about these items. Now, just starting with something very simple. Caravan Motorhome strip lights. These are LED ones. You buy them in a pair. They're £9 for two strip lights, LED. They have an on-off switch on the end. Individually, locally to me, these are £18 each strip light. Now, they vary on eBay and other places between £7 and £10 the pair. Really good. And I've got 4 in my van already, and I'm going to fit one above the kitchen area because it's right one end of the van and the original light's not very good. So I've extended the wires, and that's a strip light. Okay, now the companies also do the strip lights, also do these very nice low cost side lights for the front of caravans. These are waterproof, sealed, and you can get them in obviously white for the front and red for the back, and you can use them as repeater lights. Very bright, very low power as well in terms of power consumption. Now, while we're on the fact of talking about lights, one thing you may not know is you can also buy an LED remote control dimmer. It comes in a packet like that, and what you get is this little bit of kit and a remote control. And this, you can dim your 12-volt lights up and down in your van. And all it is it's got a positive, a black and a red wire in, and a black and red wire out, and you can connect them to your strip lights if you want, or side lights on your van. And these are able to dim up to a peak current of 12 amps, so you can dim also a lot of lights with them. And this is what they look like, the controller. Very simple and low cost LED controller. I think they're about £2 including postage. Very reasonable and very easy to fit. Okay, moving on, some other gadgets. So I'll drag this across. You might have seen this in one of my other projects. This is a battery powered temperature indicator. They come with the batteries, panel mounting, cut hole in a panel, and you've got a temperature sensor. These are really good if you want to know the inside or outside temperature of your van. You can fit them in the dashboard somewhere and run the lead, and they're really good. And these are only a couple of pounds to buy if you search for them. And I've used them on other projects. And talking about temperature, the next one, now this one, these are good as well. It's temperature controller, and it's got plus or minus 12 volt in, plus or minus 12 volt out, and this will work from -50 to 110 degrees C, and it'll actually switch a maximum of 10 amps. Little relay in these, and you can program it to switch a heater on with these buttons, or you can switch it have it with these buttons, set it up to switch a cooling fan on. So it will be a temperature controller, so it's increasing temperature or decreasing temperature. And again, that's got a little sensor on the end of the wire. Very easy to install, simply almost like I've got it here. Positive and negative in, positive and negative out, and the display actually displays the temperature. And you can use these on aquarium tanks and all sorts of things. And I've used these again on different projects. Next, gadgets. This one is a Bluetooth transmitter, rechargeable transmitter, and there's a charging lead. Very simply, you can plug it into any audio device. Could be an old-fashioned radio, could be a CD player, could be anything really, and it takes the audio from the earpiece here and it transmits it by Bluetooth. So if you've got an old radio you want to convert to Bluetooth, you can buy one of these things. Very compact, very easy. So you plug it in the headphone socket on your radio, your cassette recorder, your tape machine, your television, anything that's got this 3.5mm stereo jack socket, you can plug it in, switch it on, pair it with your phone or your headphones, and that will give you a Bluetooth transmission up to about 30 feet, I think it is, and it's rechargeable. So that's another gadget. That's very useful for camping, motorhoming. You know, if you're like me, you've got a very quiet sat nav, you can plug this in to the audio out and wear your wireless headphones with it. Now, on the similar note to that, this is a Bluetooth receiver that you can use with that or any other device. And this is the opposite. You can plug your headphones into this, you know, normal set of headphones, and you can use them with Bluetooth devices. That comes with a double adapter. That's that out the way. Okay, what else have we got to discuss? Yeah, this one is a bit of a strange bit of kit. It's called a Ghost. And what it does, this is for detecting if there's any hidden cameras in your campsite shower block. There's been a few problems in the UK with these small campsites where they've been recording people in the showers without their permission and then putting it onto the internet. And you can imagine, you know, a lot of people are not very happy about this. This detects hidden cameras, and it's a very simple device. You pull the aerial up, press a button. If there's a hidden camera somewhere or a hidden microphone that's wireless, this will detect it. These are coming out about £3 or £4. A lot of people have them on the key rings now. I bought it for detecting hidden cameras and microphones, but I also bought it for making sure that the cameras I'm fitting in my motorhome that are wireless are actually working and I can detect the signal. And so these are called a Ghost. There's quite a few videos on YouTube showing these in operation, and they're made in Israel, and they're £2 or £3, and the battery life's about 2 years, so that's something else worth considering. Next few gadgets is to do with USBs. Now this one is a tester which will test your USB chargers. You plug it into the socket and it will give you the voltage, and then if you purchase as well a load like that. It's called a dummy load. If you plug that in, this will load the USB socket to 1 or 2 amps, and you can, in conjunction with that and that, you can check that your USB outlets on your motorhome are giving the right current and the right voltage. For the heavier duty USB outlets you want to test, you can get this programmable load. So by these two together, you can turn that knob there and you can set it to half amp, 1 amp, 2 amp, 2.5 amp, or whatever, 250 milliamp, whatever current you want to dial up there, and it will load the USB socket, and with the conjunction with the meter you can measure the voltage and the current, things like that. The other thing you can do with this will record the amount of current drawn over a period of time. So if you wanted to check how much current your phone takes when it's on charge, this device will actually measure it for you, and it comes up on this display. These are all low cost devices that you can pick up, you know, via the internet, and origin is from China, and they're really, really good. Now then, this is another gadget I picked up. It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed, temperature, Beaufort scale to do with wind and things like that, and the chill factor of the wind. I got this specifically for canoeing, and this also is obviously from China. Another test instrument that many years ago would be very expensive. You can pick these up £5 or £6, I think they are now. You can have wind speed in feet per minute, miles per hour, kilometres an hour, you know, you can do all sorts of different settings with it. Very handy gadget you can wear around your neck if you're canoeing, sailing, cycling, or just want to know the wind speed when you're out and about. Now then, as winter's coming along, you might say, what have you got here? This is a shawl you put around your shoulders. But it's not an ordinary shawl, it's a heated shawl. And it's like a small electric blanket. And it will work from USB. And I've used this, still got a time there, I've used this when camping. And very simply, I can put it in my sleeping bag for 5 or 10 minutes on my power bank, and it takes the chill off your sleeping bag. And it would actually keep you warm through the night, providing you've got a good power source. And I found with this, I can use it just to keep my sleeping bag warm before I get into it. I can use it 4 times on my power bank, and then it will flatten the power bank. So that's 4 nights. And it takes 2 amps when it's directly into a power outlet, or I use it with an extension lead and it draws 1.6 amps. It is absolutely brilliant. I can highly recommend these, and it's a shawl, but it's heated. Now you're going to say, well, how do you wash it? You can actually take the heat pad out so you can wash it. But my advice, if you're going to buy these, buy a USB extension lead, because the lead on it is not long enough really to go in your motorhome sockets. You really need an extension lead. And the other thing you can do, you can also buy electric blankets as well, and you can buy those where they work from 12 volt, so they go in your cigarette lighter socket in your motorhome, or you can buy them that are 5 volt USB. Obviously the ones that are 12 volts are obviously more powerful, and you can run them. So that's one thing I would highly recommend. They work a real treat, and you could use them under your dog to warm your dog. You could take the heat pad out, put it in something else if you wanted. I think they're about £10. They're not a lot of money. If you put them over your shoulders like a shawl, I don't think they're very good. But once you put them in your sleeping bag on USB power source, they're amazing how much heat it'll give. So that's it for my gadgets for the time being. If I think of anything else that might be useful, I'll do another video. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. Home is where you park it. Please subscribe and like.